On the 22nd of August 2022, the UK government announced the introduction of a new visa known as the SCALEUP visa. And if you're able to stay on this SCALEUP visa for 5 years, you're eligible to apply for a permanent residence in the United Kingdom. How exciting is that? Honestly, with this visa, you can come into the UK with your family, apply for a 2 years visa, which can be renewed upon expiration of the 2 years, and you also get to live in the UK with your family. How exciting can that be? So this video I'll be sharing with you all you need to know about this visa and a list of companies that are currently recruiting, and some of the occupations that are eligible for the SCALEUP visa. So if this will interest you, don't go anywhere, keep watching till the end. Hello guys, my name is Daniel. I currently reside in the UK and I share videos around traveling abroad. So if you're looking for a place to get first-hand information on how to relocate abroad, then this is the best place for you to be, as I share videos on things you will be interested in. So please click on the red subscribe button to join the growing family. And for my returning subscribers and viewers, you guys are amazing. Thank you for the love, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. In this video, I'll be covering all you need to know about the SCALEUP visa, the eligibility criteria, the documents you need to apply for this visa, the list of eligible occupation and organizations currently recruiting people for the SCALEUP visa. And as you all know, in 2021, the UK government proposed this new visa called the SCALEUP visa. And a couple of days ago, 22nd of August 2022 to be precise, the government announced that people cannot apply for the SCALEUP visa. Now, the first thing is, how do you go about applying for the SCALEUP visa? Now, firstly, a SCALEUP worker visa allows you to come to the UK to do an eligible job for a fast-growing UK business, which is sometimes known as a scale-up business, and your UK employer must meet specific eligibility criteria sponsor scale-up workers. Now, there are certain criteria that organizations who belong to this category must meet. So not all organizations can actually sponsor you on the scale-up visa, and some of the things you need to look out for in the organization includes that your employer must be an eligible fast-growing business, and in the 3-year period immediately before they were approved by the Home Office to sponsor scale-up visa, they must have grown by 20% on average in each year in either employment or total sales, which is revenue, or I must have had at least 10 employees at the start of the 3-year period. Now, you might not really be able to make research on all organizations in the UK to know if they meet this criteria. That's why the UK Home Office decided to give a list of organizations that meet this criteria. So I'll also put the link in the description below so you can check out and narrow your applications to some of these organizations. Now, the truth is, the UK is short of workforce, they're short of manpower, which is the reason why they keep coming up with different visa ideas to bring in bright minds into the UK to fill in some of this shortage. Now, the eligibility criteria for the SCALEUP visa includes that you must have a confirmed job offer to work for an approved SCALEUP business for at least 6 months. You must have a certificate of sponsorship from your employer with information about the role you've been offered in the UK. You must have a job offer to do the job that are on the eligible occupation. I also made a list of that in the description. You can check it out. You must be paid a minimum salary in your new job. So for you to be eligible for a SCALEUP visa, your salary must be up to a particular amount that I'll be sharing with you guys later in the video. So how long can you stay in the UK on this visa? You're allowed to stay in the UK for 2 years on a SCALEUP visa, and after 2 years you can renew your visa, and obviously after 5 years you can apply for the ILR, which is your indefinite leave to remain in the United Kingdom. So if you want to stay longer in the UK, you can extend your visa as many times as you like by 3 years. So the good thing is, all you need to do is get a job that will sponsor you for 2 years, apply for a renewal for that 3 years, and after that 3 years you can apply for your ILR and become a permanent resident in the United Kingdom. So after 5 years you may be able to apply to settle permanently in the UK. So when can you apply for this visa? You can apply for this visa up to 3 months before the date you are due to start work in the UK, and that date must be mentioned or stated on your certificate or sponsorship. So as part of your application, you will need to prove your identity and provide your documents, and I'll be sharing with you some of the documents required to apply for this visa later in this video. You may need to allow extra time if you need an appointment to do this. You will find out if you need one when you start your application. Now, how long does it take to get the decision after you've applied? So if you're applying outside the UK, in 3 weeks you get a decision on your application. And if you're applying inside the UK, you're currently in the UK, you're probably on the student visa and you want to move to a SCALEUP visa, you can apply within, you're going to get your decision within 8 weeks after application. Now, some of the things you need to know about the SCALEUP visa, which I'll be sharing with you, is that now the salary requirements before you can apply for a SCALEUP visa, you must be earning at least £33,000 per year or £10.10 per hour. So whichever is highest, if you're earning £10 per hour or £33 per hour, then you're eligible to apply for the SCALEUP visa. So you actually need to be aware of this information. So if you get a job that pays less than £33,000, then you won't be able to apply for this visa. Now, some of the things you can do or cannot do on this visa include, now if you're on a SCALEUP visa, you can work in your sponsored job for at least 6 months. So must be there for at least 6 months. Leave your sponsored job after 6 months. You can study, that means you can also study also if you are on the SCALEUP visa. You can bring your partner and children as your dependents if they're eligible. You can take on additional work, including becoming self-employed. So while you're on a SCALEUP visa, you can actually start a business of your own. So you can do voluntary job, you can travel abroad and return to the UK. You can apply for the to stay in the UK permanently after 5 years on this visa. Now, some of the things you can't do on this visa is you cannot apply for more benefits, like you don't have access to public funds, and you cannot work as a professional sportsman, sports person, like a sports coach. You're not allowed to do that. Now, in the first 6 months, okay, let's say for instance that you get a job with an organization, and within 6 months of you starting, you want to move to another organization. There's a need for you to ensure that you inform the Home Office. The Home Office has to be aware if you are changing employer within 6 months of moving into the United Kingdom. However, if you're changing your employer after 6 months of moving to the UK, then you don't need to inform the Home Office. The Home Office doesn't need to be aware that you are moving, or you're probably moving to another organization. Now, some of the documents you're going to need to apply for those SCALEUP visa include, the first thing is your certificate of sponsorship, and your reference number must be stated on the certificate of sponsorship. And you also need your proof of English language. Honestly, I really don't see any reason why the UK Home Office is requesting for English proficiency when obviously all your documents, as if you're from major countries in Africa where you're being taught in English, when all your documents are stated in English, you probably attended the interview and sold yourself to the organization in English. You're obviously reading the instruction on the websites and applying in English. I really don't understand why they keep asking for people to provide evidence of English proficiency. Anyway, that's what they want, so you've got no choice than to provide it. However, there's some countries whereby you don't need to provide evidence of English proficiency. From Australia, you're from Barbados, you're from Canada, you're from Dominica, Jamaica, New Zealand, and the list of countries you can see on the screen. You don't need to provide evidence of English proficiency. Now, another document you need to provide when you're applying for the SCALEUP visa is a valid passport or any other document to show your identity and nationality, your job title and annual salary, your job's occupation code, the name of your employer, and their sponsor license number. You get those information from your employer when you're ready. And that document you need to also provide is to provide evidence of you having personal funds. That's one document you need to provide, which is a proof of funds. You need to also provide that also. Now, how much does it cost to apply for the UK SCALEUP visa? Now, you need to pay a sum of £715 for the visa application fee, and you pay £624 per year for the healthcare surcharge. Honestly, I don't know why. I'm not just going to make comment about the IHS fee, because I don't really see why people pay for this. Most people don't end up having adequate access to the healthcare anyways, but that's by the way. So you need to pay £625 for that, and you also need to have a proof of funds to show you have enough funds, and that's about £1,270 in your bank account. So whichever currency you're submitting, you must have this particular amount, the equivalent, in your bank account. You'll be exempted from providing your proof of funds if your organization stated specifically on your certificate of sponsorship that they will be covering your living expenses. So it has to be stated on your employer letter that they will be sponsoring your living expenses. Then you don't need to provide your proof of funds. Now you can come in with your family, and you also need to pay some amount of money for your family's visa application. Honestly, moving to the UK is crazy. Regardless of the routes you're going to come in with, it's still expensive, and quite expensive. So if you're coming to the UK for your partner, you pay £285 for the visa application fee. For one child, you pay £315, and if you're bringing any additional child, you pay £200 each on the children that you'll be coming into the UK with. And the SCALEUP visa is actually an opportunity you want to leverage on. If you're in the IT space, you are they've got like different professions. I'm just going to list some of the professions and also show you guys the list on the screen. These are some of the eligible professions. If you are into products, if you're a product manager, you're a financial manager, you're a marketer, you're a sales director, you are into advertisements, you are into HRM, ICT, functional functional management, you are into social services, you're a biological scientist, you are a civil engineer, engineering generally, electrical engineering, you're an IT specialist, you're a programmer, you're a web designer, and so many other professions. You're a nurse, a medical practitioner, a pharmacy. These are some of the eligible professions. I'm also going to put the link in the description below so you can check out the eligible profession. Not all professions actually has access to this SCALEUP visa, so you need to check out the profession and see if you've got any qualification to meet the requirements and all of that, and also be listing some of the organizations currently recruiting people for the SCALEUP visa in the description below. And if you want to get like quick information on how all of this thing goes, you can add me up on Instagram at Daniel_Jesuloba, and you get quick information. It's easier to post there than YouTube, you get what I mean? So you can also follow me on Instagram so you get quick updates whenever I'm planning to upload a new video. If you find this video useful, please click on the like button and put your questions in the comment section. And if you are coming across my channel for the first time, please click on the red subscribe button to join the growing family. Trust me, it's going to be worth your time. I've got amazing content on this channel you'll find resourceful. And for my total subscribers, you guys are the great. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.